or they'll be facing relegation in the 91-92 season. So let's hope Warrington can get the points today. 1 point would be sufficient for Warrington, and I'm sure Oldham would be pleased with one as well, considering they'd have to beat Hull next week. I'll give you the Warrington team. At number 1, David Lyon. Number 2, Desi Drummond. Number 3, Alan Bateman. Number 4, Chrissy Rudd. Number 5, Mark Foster. Number 6, Chris O'Sullivan. Number 7, Kevin Ellis. Number 8, Neil Harmon. Number 9, Dwayne Mann. Number 10, Gary Chambers. Number 11, Gary Mercer. Number 12, Billy McGinty. Number 13, Paul Cullen. Number 14, Gary Tees. And number 15, Don Duffy. I'll give you the Oldham team. At number 1, Duncan Platt. Number 2, Simon Longstaff. Number 3, Tommy Martin. Number 4, Des Foy. Number 5, Steve Robinson. Number 6, Brett Clark. Number 7 and skipper, Mike Ford. Number 8, John Fieldhouse. Number 9, Andy Rowane. Number 10, Keith Atkinson. Number 11, Paul Round. Number 12, Charlie McAllister. And number 13, Richard Russell. Subs for Oldham, 14, Sean Allen. And 15, Keith Newton. Referee for today's encounter is Mr. John Olsworth from Kipex. The Warrington mascot today, got to mention him, not for least, is Alan Empson. Alan is 9 years of age, he goes to Busey Lodge County Primary School, enjoys rugby league and kung fu, and puts Desi Drummond down as his hero. So, welcome, have a good afternoon, young Alan Empson. So, 2 captains in the middle, 7 Mike Ford for Oldham, and 6 Chris O'Sullivan for Warrington. Remember, Chris O'Sullivan had a couple of seasons at Oldham, and he'll want to do well today. On the other hand, John Fieldhouse used play for Warrington, and now he's coach of Oldham, so we're in for a ding-dong battle. Brought a bit of support along Oldham today, hoping to see the team get 2 points and try and escape the relegation zone. If they get beat today, well, I'm afraid it's Division 2 for Oldham next season. So, Warrington will be playing towards the House of Pain in the first half. The Warrington contingent worth 6 points start to the team any day of the week. So off we go. Duncan Platt gets the game underway. Kevin Ellis, Gary Mercer, first touch, comes running forward, runs into the Charlie McAllister and Atkinson. So it's Warrington now, just inside their own 25. Wayne Mann shows the ball, switches it inside. Good run by McGinty. But McAllister was there to bring him down along with Mike Ford. Warrington now, 30-yard dunk. Dwayne Mann again, good running from acting half-back, makes a good stop. Player coming round a bit. It looks like Paul Round. This is a great watch to hold in the league continue. No, it's not. No, I'm sorry. It's Keith Atkinson, the prop forward. But he looks alright. Gets back on his feet. That's what Dave. He tells him it's Sunday. He went to church this morning and he's alright again. So, penalty. Duncan Platt. Duncan Platt. Good kick. Nice touch. Well in the Warrington 25. So. Oldham's chance now. So, Oldham's first attack, just 10 yards from the Warrington line. Will they get a set play on here with Fieldhouse? John Fieldhouse coming forward. Good tackle though. That's what Warrington's got to do here now. It's Oldham now. It's in a tryout. Get inside Duncan Platt. Warrington will have to keep their eye on him. Here's the coaching field out. But this time he's well tackled. 10 yards inside his own half. Wayne, McAllister, getting his boot to it, McAllister, and that looks a good kick. But luckily the bounce is favoured Warrington, and David Lyon lets it roll dead. So it'll be a Warrington tap on the 25. Well, this game started at 100 miles an hour. A chance to draw breath as Wayne man now. He starts the game up. Mark Foster coming inside, looking for a snip of the ball. So, Wayne man, that's in half back. Gary Chambers picks up the first tackle. Brett Clark handed away. John Fieldhouse, all workhorses for Oldham. Neil Harmon runs into McAllister. And Atkinson, he's brought down. Just yards short of the halfway line. And Atkinson hurt again in that tackle. Clark switching it to Cullen. Gets it outside. Good play. Kevin Ellis still going. Good tackle by McAllister though. To Warrington now. Warrington's turn on the power. O'Sullivan still going. Good tackle though by Mike Ford. Last tackle said the referee, and Warrington did well there. Wayne man attempts to drop goal up and under. So all on it. Good play by Platt though. Platt did well there. So penalty to Oldham. And the fans don't like it. So Oldham 2 penalties to 0 already. The referee I think was correct. Not letting him play the ball. So Oldham get a relieving penalty just 5 yards from their own line. Well, Chris O'Sullivan made a nice break there and carried on by Ellis. So Platt puts it into touch on the far side. So Oldham. Wayne, John Fieldhouse comes flowing forward. Strong man this Fieldhouse, but this time he's brought down by Rudden man. Another forward. Russell, I think this time trying to go forward. He goes backwards a bit though. Ruane misses out Clark, gives it to Round. But again, that's the way to tackle, and there's McGinty and Cullen in. He's the danger man for Oldham, this Paul Round. Don't give him any yardage. Ruane. Ford inside to McAllister, back to Ruane. Ruane didn't want it. Good pass though to... But good play by Fieldhouse. Slips a lovely pass. Inside to Atkinson, so Oldham again. Ford. Forward pass as the referee. So Warrington get a relief. Head and ball at this scrum. Well, this game is really buzzing now. But Warrington's shown what they can do too when they've got the ball. And Warrington now, head and ball, just 5 yards in their own half to get it out. Knock on. And that was good refereeing. That is what you call good refereeing. A lot of referees want to see that with being on the blind side. But John Holsworth was round like a spring chicken. And he spotted Ellis knocking on. Good decision, Mr. Holsworth. So, Ford this time, he has the chance to get it in. And he gets it out. Stays hold of it though. But Paul Cullen quickly out of the pack, brings him down. So, Oldham, 5 yards in the Warrington half. Platt, linking up again, Platt. Just brought down by... Gets up again. I think that was a bit of a dubious decision by Holsworth. There's Atkinson, recovered from his injury, but he's brought down. So Oldham, just 35 yards out. John Fieldhouse. Looked like Tommy Martin was doing a bit of obstructing, but the referee let it go. Ford, Clark, Mrs. Clark, gives it to Round, but Round's well shepherded. Last tackle again, so what will Oldham do here? Ford going for the drop. No, little chip through. Play on, says the referee. It Cullen, picked up by O'Sullivan. So Warrington now again. Harmon, good running by Neil Harmon, but no one there with him. Warrington crowd don't like it. Get backing up. McGinty looking for a way through. Just short of the halfway line. Atkinson Ruane in with a tackle. Man. Mercer gets into the Oldham half, but Fieldhouse, Atkinson and McAllister all there in the tackle. Warrington 10 yards in the Oldham half, and he's got him offside. So Warrington get the first penalty of the afternoon, and Rye cheers from the House of Pain. John Holsworth, so Warrington get a penalty. 10 minutes gone, 1-0 down. Finds touch. So Warrington now, the House of Pain. This is what you want to hear. Full House of Pain over there. As McGinty. O'Sullivan switches it, Mercer, but no one inside. So Warrington just 5 yards out now, applying pressure. Bateman, Ellis,
Cullen loses possession. Picked up by Duncan Platt. Just tackled by Ellis. Well, that was a mistake by Warrington. He's round. He's brought down. So Oldham get let off the hook there. So Oldham now. Fieldhouse again. Getting involved. John Fieldhouse setting a coach's example. Ruane going on his own inside. Good play again to Atkinson. Switch the play. But Warrington read it well through McGinty. Ford. He's got Clark. Good pass again. Round. Tommy Martin. Outside now. Longstaff. Robinson. Good run. Good play by Desi Foy and Robinson. But Desi Drummond's his last tackle. Ford. Well played and well held by Kevin Ellis. Loses possession. Well, took an head knock there, and John Fieldhouse was quickly on it. So Oldham now making Warrington make mistakes. Round. Almost broke through. Round. Pushed back by Dwayne Mann. Well, Warrington really got to stop these mistakes in their own 25. Ford along the line to McAllister. McAllister! He should have passed it. Forward pass. Referee right spotted it. I think McAllister had been better letting that ball go earlier. But he held on, took the tackle, and then threw out a forward pass. So Warrington were let off the hook. So Warrington's head and ball 5 yards from their own line. Well, Warrington could have been in real deep trouble then if McAllister had let that ball go straight away. Cullen picks this one up. So Warrington now got to make room. McGinty. 6 again, says Mr. Holsworth, saying an Oldham player touched it. So Gary Chambers running strong, but there's the tackle. Atkinson and Ruane. This Ruane in all the tackles. Little workhorse this Andy Ruane. Gary Mercer. O'Sullivan. But good play by Foy. Shut it right down. Desi Foy playing in the old familiar scrum crap. My grandma used to wear one of them at my wedding. So it's Warrington now, still in their own half. Oldham playing really well, defending like tigers as Dave Lyon hoists one. The wind pulls it down and Platt's got plenty of time to come forward, but he's tackled. Good play by Chambers. Mike Ford looking to go forward. John Fieldhouse looking to straighten up. McGinty and Cullen in though. Well, Oldham looking good with this ball. Ruane. Offside Warrington. Gary Mercer. 1-2 says Mr. Holsworth, so Oldham get a penalty on the halfway line. Well, this game, it looks like Oldham's first to settle down. Warrington still feel a bit jitterbuggish. They'll have to get that out of the system. So, good kick. Oldham again on the run. So, Fieldhouse looking for work. Fieldhouse, but takes the tackle. Gary Chambers, good tackle along with Mercer. Round, coming onto it like an express train, but Kevin Ellis held his ground. Oldham just 12 yards from the Warrington line. There's aiming pressure. McAllister, Platt with him, gives it to Platt. Platt still going. Good run by Platt. 10 yards out. Oldham, scrum half. Ford going on his own. Trying to break him down, but luckily he's held up. Just 2 yards short. What's for the set play here? Set. And rounds in. Well, that's what Oldham wanted. Good set play. Mike Ford switched it. And there was round to go in unopposed. So, that's a good start for Oldham. 14 minutes gone. Oldham 7. Oldham 5. Warrington 0 and a goal kick to come. Well, Oldham started off like an house on fire, but Warrington should have been read that. That's one of Oldham's set plays. Mike Ford switching it wide well into Round, and Round went in unopposed. No problem for Round, and left Duncan Platt with the easiest of conversions. Well, I'm sure John Fieldhouse and the Oldham supporters will be happy with this start. Barely 15 minutes gone, and it looks like they're 7-0 up. No problem for Platt. So, 15 minutes gone. It's Warrington 0, Oldham 7. Well, Warrington now, they're up against it, 7 points behind. But they've got to come back, they've got to show bottle, they've got to show spirit, and they've got to get those big hearts working. As O'Sullivan gets us underway again. Restart. Robinson, good play by this little winger. So Oldham now. This is where Warrington's got to keep this Oldham team as Ford tries to come from acting half-back. But well tackled by Mercer. So Oldham. Fieldhouse. Setting a good example, this coach Fieldhouse. He's not work shy, this lad. Ruane this time gets a kick away. And this time it's straight in. Well, that was a bad mistake by Andy Ruane, and John Fieldhouse tells him so as well. So Warrington will get head and ball on the Oldham 25. Well, against the head. Well, that's just what Oldham wanted. Very rare you see him. Platt giving his forwards time to regroup. He takes up the run. Here's Clark. Clark again to Round, try scorer. Again trying to shrug off tackles. Big forward this, ex-St Helens second row forward. Saints didn't want to get rid of him, but he's having a Clark. Gets it out to Atkinson, but he's brought down. Still inside the Oldham half. Ruane, Ford. Fieldhouse, still going, but no one there for the pass. Last tackle, says the referee, and Fieldhouse is slow up. Ford gets his kick away, gets it behind, and again it looks like it's going to roll in touching goal, so it'll be Warrington 25 tap. Unlucky there, Ford, another yard this side of the flag, and it had been a scrum down. So Warrington back in their own 25, where Oldham want to play this game. Foster coming in looking for work. Desi Drummond on the other wing. He's not touched the ball yet. Desi going on that side this time. Neil Harmon again though. Fieldhouse there with a tackle. The fans on the far side don't like what they see. Mercer. Gary Chambers runs into McAllister and Atkinson, and he's dragged back 10 yards in the Warrington half. So Oldham tackling strong. O'Sullivan charged up in the air, all on. And Fieldhouse is there, that man Fieldhouse again. So, Oldham, Clark, he's through. Well, good run by Desi Clark, good play by Lyon, Ford, Round, Platt, and Platt can't hold it. Paul Cullen picks it up, but Platt stays with him. So, Warrington now 10 yards from their own line. And Lyon picks this up. And Oldham play at it, so Warrington will get the head and ball. Well, schoolboy errors. It looks like Warrington head and ball. It looked like an Oldham player put that in touch. He's having a word. I think a trip was put out, a foot was put, but I don't think it was deliberate, but I think that's what the referee's having a word about. No, he's giving the scrum. Well, he's giving up. Well, I don't know. How he can say that, I don't know. A bad decision by Mr. Holsworth. And Ford will take a knock on. Well, Oldham get it through Russell. It looked like he knocked on, but blind to the referee. Clark, inside to Longstaff. The good tackle by Coulter. They played quickly. Outside, Platt. But Platt holds the ball. Been better letting it go. He had Foy with him. Inside, Ruane. Ruane back to Platt. Involved a lot, this full-back Platt. Looking for another score, Oldham. Russell. Last tackle, says the referee, so watch for another drop goal here. They all count. Ruane. And there's another one. Well, it's 8-0 now. What a start for Oldham. Like the old adage says, don't come away with nothing. That wins 10 points worth. So, Oldham increased the lead. This time Ruane puts the drop goal between the H's. You can't blame him. No good coming away without him. And not only that, they get the point, they'll also get the ball back as O'Sullivan puts it deep. Robinson, he'll go on his own, this little winger. Big heart, this lad. He's tackled though, Mercer brings him down. Richard Russell coming from acting half-back, giving the forwards time to regroup. McAllister shows to kick. Forward pass, Foster. Ellis! Ellis goes in for Warrington. Well, interception by Foster. Foster got back on his feet and slipped out a pass, and there was Kevin Ellis to round the winger and the fullback. Good try. When Ellis got that ball, he still had a lot to do, and he went round Platt and Longstaff as if he wasn't there, and touches down 5 yards in from touch. Well, John Fieldhouse will be unhappy with that. Oldham had possession when that try come. Foster intercepted. It looked like Foster might have made it, but he slipped. But he had the sense to get to his feet quickly. He come out to the outside, and there was Kevin Ellis to take the pass and go on the outside of Longstaff and Platt. So Warrington back in the game. Difficult kick for David Lyon, just about 5 yards in from this near touchline. But we've got 4 points on the board, and that's all that matters. Kevin Ellis the scorer. So David Lyon, difficult kick, this blustery wind. But we've got 4, and that's as good as out. Better than a poke in the eye with a burnt stick. So David Lyon now trying to put the conversion between the H's. Difficult kick, but Dave Lyon, anyone can do it. Big Dave Lyon can. Well, the wind gets hold of it, rolls it up, so the goal kick fails. But 22 minutes gone at Witherspoon. It's now Warrington 4, Oldham 8, and what a game we've got on our hands. Left looking like a pedestrian then when Kevin Ellis went round him and Longstaff. I think my own opinion, I think Ellis should have been suffocated just short of the try line. But luckily for Warrington, he wasn't, and he went in. So Platt, long one. Ellis the try scorer. Gary Mercer, the big second rower, he comes storming forward. Good play, Dave Lyon. But the tackler's there, Ruane and McAllister. So Warrington now coming forward again. Dwayne Mann. Good play by Dwayne Mann. Brilliant play. Good 20-yard gain. Backed in half-back, saved a lot of work. Now Warrington switching it. But round the head. Mike Ford, I think, no. Tommy Martin. Dwayne Mann again, having a storming game, Dwayne Mann. Holsworth now checking Oldham's onside. Ellis, O'Sullivan, Mercer again going round the head. This time it's looked like Russell. Got to keep these tackles down, lads. Ellis chips it. Platt. And he goes into touch. No, Duncan Platt does very well to stay in play. He had 3 Warrington players hanging on him. Robinson, again, good tackle. Chrissy Rudd, the tackler. Obstructions. Well, lucky to get away with that. He seemed to use his wingman, run round him. And Russell slow up. Hard tackle, so Oldham. Ford, Fieldhouse. Trying to come forward now. Now it's Oldham's turn to feel the wrath of the tackling. Warrington tackling hard. Here's Ford. Dummies to kick. Gets it out to Clark. Inside. Good play, and this time Tommy Martin just stopped. Last tackle, so watch for the kick here. Ruane looks straight in again. Well, that's the second time, so it'll be an handover. Well, handed away, not having the best of luck with his kicking for touch. And this time it goes straight and we get a turnover. Gary Chambers trying to straighten up, but Atkinson there. And Fieldhouse, the 2 props for Oldham. So Warrington again. Oldham down to 12 men while Russell's receiving attention. Still going though. Takes a lot. Penalty. John Fieldhouse right on front of the referee. Well, John Fieldhouse should know better. The referee was right there, and John Fieldhouse did it right under his nose. I'm sorry, John, you can't get away with that when you've got a man in black stood over you. So the penalty goes to Warrington. 25 yards straight in front, but remember, this blustery wind. So if I know Dave Lyon, he'll take his time and he'll wait for a lapse in this strong gutsy wind and try and put it between the sticks. On a normal day, he could throw this one over, but that wind, it holds the ball up and that stops the goal kicks. So let's hope this one goes between though. This game, it's like a typical cup tie, so much at stake for both teams, as Dave Lyon sensibly just takes his time. He knows the importance of these 2 points. Takes his time, waits for that wind to die a little bit, very blustery. And up it comes. What's he going to do with it? No! Well, hit the post and bounced into Andy DeWayne's hands. Well, that could count at the end of this game. So, Oldham now back in possession. Fieldhouse gets a one bad pass outside Foy, but well tackled. Bateman. Longstaff inside to Round. Warrington keeping an eye on Round now. They know he's a danger man. And Fieldhouse, I don't know what he was doing. So Warrington now, chance for Ruane. O'Sullivan. If he'd have let that ball go, he'd have gone forward, and O'Sullivan wisely held on. Here's Dwayne Mann again. He's enjoying it out there, Dwayne Mann. Last home game for the fans, and Dwayne Mann's pleasing him again. Goes on the blind side, Neil Harmon. Can't get his pass out, good tackle by Clark. Warrington coming over on this far side, near side now. Cullen, Bateman, gives it to Bateman, but again, good tackle by Foy. Warrington still 10 yards out. O'Sullivan, but too many men there. Here's Ellis again. Bateman switching it, but he has to take the tackle by Fieldhouse, and that's the last, says the referee. Warrington watch for a kick here. O'Sullivan, little chink through. Knock on. Well, a bad mistake by Atkinson. Not Atkinson, I'm sorry, McAllister. And it looks like Warrington's heading ball. I can't be get, and Ford thinks it says. I don't know what Ford's looking upset about. Well, I mean, I think the referee's quite right. Oldham had the advantage from that and lost it after. Switching! Well, I think Dave Lyon should have let that go. Chrissy Rudd had a clear run in. Coming on the other side. Chambers. McGinty still falling over, just 5 yards out. Warrington applying pressure now. O'Sullivan. Mercer. Knock on. A 6 again. So Warrington's got 6 again. David Lyon. Ruane. Chambers straightening up. Warrington just can't get over. Just 2 yards out. The crowd on the toes. House of Pain. Ellis. He can't make it, just inches short. Oldham now, Warrington would be better going on the blind side here, I think. Chance! Oh, bad mistake. Still on, but I think Warrington made a mistake there. Chances. Try! Foster! Warrington going for the second try, and Mark Foster's the scorer. Well, that had to come. Warrington had about 12 tackles, all the pressure. It looked like Oldham were holding on, but the pressure told, and Mark Foster went over with Longstaff hanging on. Well, what a game we've got here. I'm really buzzing, the crowd's really buzzing. Well, 8 apiece, and I think that's a fair account of the game. Oldham had the first maybe 15-20 minutes, but in the last 10 minutes, Warrington's got themselves together, and they're right back in this game now at 8 apiece. Dave Lyon again left with a difficult kick. He won't thank Mark Foster for putting it down there, but it's 8 apiece. 30 minutes gone. So that's 2 tries in 7 minutes for Warrington. Brian Johnson come down from the stand having words with Kevin Ellis. He's seen something up there that we can't see, and he's making sure it gets rectified and quickly, and Kevin Ellis is the messenger. So 8 apiece. Lyon with an hard kick just a yard in from this near touchline, and Oldham, they're looking at each other, they say, what have we done? 8-0 up after 15 minutes, and they've held on, but 2 tries to 1 tells the story. So Blustery wind still blowing around with a spool. But remember, Warrington's got that wind in the favour in the second half. And I'm sure Warrington will use the long kicking game from Dave Lyon. So, the clock's been stopped, I think. I think Dave Lyon's still taking this kick. I can't see him, by the way. If I poke my head out, I'm in the view of all the cameras, so I'll keep my head back. So, I'll just have to look at the outer pane. No goal. So, 30 minutes gone at Witherspool in the Division 1 encounter. Warrington 8, Oldham 8. Well, I don't think John Fieldhouse will be too happy. He knows he had an 8-0 lead. Another try and goal maybe when they were 8-0 in front. And who knows, but the defence seemed to hold out there. They had about 12 tackles. But Foster does well to keep this one in play. And he comes forward. Foster still going, but round him with a tackle. So Warrington now. Here's to it. Armin makes it to the 25. Tackle by Fieldhouse. Switching it again, Mercer. But gets no change out of McAllister and Atkinson on this occasion. Warrington making ground shortly. Here's Armin. Good running by the young prop forward. He makes a further 5 yards. Dwayne Mann. O'Sullivan looking for a jink, but runs into McAllister and Fieldhouse. Two big boys, but Chrissy O'Sullivan, last tackle, says the referee. Kevin Ellis. And it goes straight in. So, turnover, Oldham's ball. Well, Warrington were a bit mixed up there. He's giving the scrum. Touched somebody's hand. Touched an Oldham player for once. A decision goes Warrington's way. We get the Eden ball on the halfway line, directly beneath our gantry here at Witherspool. The referee again stopping the clock. Looks like the injury to Richard Russell he took earlier on that far side. He's tried to run it off, but unfortunately for him and Oldham he can't. And it looks like Keith Newton, the ex-Widnes lad, will be taking his place. So, Newton for Russell. So, it looks like, I think McAllister will be going loose forward. Newton's gone into the second row, and Warrington's got the ball out. Bateman, good tackling this occasion by Platt. Going on the blind side, switching it, McGinty, but Ford's there. And Paul Round got a finger in the eye or something there. He's still down on the ground as Foster comes forward. Ford playing with one boot now. Ford, so Warrington now again got a chance while Oldham down to 12 men. 12 men and 11 and a half really, because Ford's playing with one boot on. Remember old Phil Blake, it used to be his regular trait, scoring tries with just one boot on. It's an Oldham player, but Oldham get the ball. Well, Oldham now, chance to regroup. So, it's Round, is it? Who's down here? Or is it the fullback? No, it's Round. He was hurting a tackle on McGinty here. I think he got a finger in the eye or something, but here's Newton. First touch of the ball for this ex-Widnes lad. He comes forward, but Bateman with a tackle. Here's McAllister. Big open, big high one. Dave Lyon lets it bounce. Safe as houses. Ford is well offside though. All on now. As Ford. Good running by Dave Lyon. Ford has managed to get his other boot on, has he? Ellis. But Ford is staying with him. This is a good encounter between these two scrum halves, Ford and Ellis. McGinty having a good game, McGinty. This time Newton stops him, along with Ford again. Ruane. Armin trying to straighten up. Pass inside to Cullen, but can't get his pass out. Good play there, Atkinson and Ford. This Ford's all over the field for Oldham. So Ellis, O'Sullivan, link up here inside, Mercer. I think they've used the wrong play on that occasion. Gary Chambers. Halfway line, last tackle, says John Holsworth. So look for the kick here, O'Sullivan. Touches an Oldham hand again, and Warrington will get the Eden ball again. Eden ball to Warrington, touched in mid-air by an Oldham hand. Well, that's twice now. Warrington getting all the bounce of the green at the moment. Paul Round now going off. Well, that's a blow for Oldham. Well, I think it's something to do with his eye. But what a blow. Could barely lose him. So, both subs coming on within a minute. Sean Allen now for Round. Well, that is a big blow for John Fieldhouse and his Oldham team. So, Sean Allen, ex-St Helens lad, comes on. So, two big boys gone out of this Oldham pack. And Warrington's head and ball. 5 minutes to half-time. What would a score do to Warrington here? Switching it! But clever play, but well played by Martin. He read that play. He stayed with O'Sullivan. Wayne, Ellis, dummies, but doesn't fall for it. It's Sean Allen in with his tackle. Ford offside. There's Dwayne Mann again. Clever man from acting half-back, this Dwayne Mann. So Warrington now, another scorer, do wonders here. Harmon, backflip from Sullivan. But Fieldhouse ready to again and brings Harmon down 10 yards out. Warrington now trying to switch it. Drop goal. But well wide by O'Sullivan. Well, I suppose he thought if it had gone between the sticks, it'd give Warrington a slender lead at half-time. But it weren't to be. And Oldham will get a 25 tap. Here's Robinson, this little winger. He's got an heart like a big apple, this lad. Here's McAllister, big man now. They've got to use these big forwards. He's lost the ball. And Bateman picks it up, goes forward now. Runs into Clark and Ford. So, that was a bad mistake. I don't think anyone knew what was going on. Mercer just shoves Martin off. And Brett Clark limping now. Well, Oldham really now going right for him. Switching it wide. Chances. Dwayne Mann. They've been better letting it go. Again, the tacklers are there. Atkinson and McAllister. Warrington really putting pressure on this Oldham line. Chambers, can he get it out in the tackle? No, Fieldhouse was between man and ball. And he goes down under three Oldham forwards. Well, Brett Clark on the far side is walking with a bit of a limp. It don't look good for him. Switched, McGinty. But man and ball, good tackle that. Keith Newton and Ford and Platt. So last tackle again, what's going on here? Up and under. Robinson, but well taken by this little winger. I think he's been brought in to do a job today, and he's doing it. Platt, again, Drummond, he's getting involved now. He's not seen the ball, Desi. There's Allen, substitute. And Desi Drummond, look at him. He's running round the field now. That's third tackle on the run. He must be cold. I'll get warm, he says, as Atkinson comes tearing through, plays it to himself and gets a good kick away. Again, the bounce favours Warrington and David Lyon. So, picks it up, comes forward now, he's got Foster with him. I think he'll go on his own, Dave. Dummies, Bateman, but Longstaff's there, and Fieldhouse, and Foy. Well, Warrington now, slow up here. Foster, ooh, don't show him any daylight or it'll be good night Vienna. And again, this time Foy's down. Well, they're going down like 9 pins now, Oldham. Gets it out. Wayne, out. Now we've got a chance. Holds on though, and there's a scuffle here now. Gary Mercer and Atkinson. I don't know what went on, but I know Gary Mercer's got a red mouth. And he won't be too happy with that. Well, the touch judge seen what happened. We'll get the result from him. Well, we don't need this. It's Newton. Well, the ex-witness lad. He had to be a witness bloke. And Warrington get the penalty. Well, I didn't see it, to be quite honest. Off. 10 minutes now for Atkinson. Well, Oldham can barely do this. This is silly. They've had the penalty, take it like a team, don't start yapping. I mean, what they've done now, they've got to play with 12 men now for the next 10 minutes. And they've already got 2 passengers in the team limping. Well, and Mercer. Well, I don't know what went on there, I can't understand it. Mercer's gone as well. Arman. I make it now. We're just on half time. What a time to score. Gary Chambers. Having a good game, Chambers. So Warrington now just 10 yards out. What a scorer do now. Dwayne Mann. O'Sullivan. Crossing. Referee was quick to spot it. Correct decision. So Oldham get a relieving penalty. Well, nothing's going Oldham's way in the last 10 minutes. They've got Des Foy. He's got an injury. They've got Brett Clark, who looks like a dead leg. Charlie Horse. But it's give a scrum instead of a penalty. Ford. So Oldham got a lot on their hands now. 8 apiece. Atkinson and Mercer in the sin bin. Here's Newton. No, Sean Allen this time, I'm sorry, the other sub. He's tackled though, Cullen and McGinty. Fieldhouse, he's got to set an example now, John Fieldhouse. But I couldn't understand this incident earlier with Mercer and Newton and Atkinson. Ford, Tommy Martin. Well, the crowd shouted for offside. And another Oldham player down, Duncan Platt now. Well, good tackle by Bateman. It looked like Brett Clark's cleared again now. Platt. Inside, Ruay. And Warrington get it. Well, he should have gone and scored then. I think it'd have been better going straight for the corner instead of trying to cut inside. And Warrington get a let off. Well, I'll have to have a word with my Oldham commentator up here. I'm sure he'll think the same as me. It'd have been better going straight for the corner and make 4. Instead, it looked like he wanted 6. Well, what a let-off. And Foy down again. Well, I said earlier, Brett Clark was carrying an injury. He was the instigator of that break. As we enter injury time now in the first half, David Lyon gets his boot to it. Gets behind Oldham, and that's a good kick. So, well, I'm sure Longstaff would have been better just pinning his ears back and just going for that corner flag, and I'm sure he might have scored. But he tried to cut round Dave Lyon, and by doing so, he gave the cover chance to collar him. A bad mistake. Well, new signing for Oldham, and I'm sure he'd like to. If he had that to do again, I'm sure he'd go in the corner. Ford, Clark, Platt, in the line again, Platt. Another one. This time he can't hold it. Well, Longstaff was left unmarked again out here, and I'm sure, and Platt's down now. So, half-time, and what an encounter we've had here. Half-time score, Warrington 8, Oldham 8. Try score at 5 minutes, we got a drop goal by Ford. After 14 minutes, we got a try by Round, converted by Platt, 7-0. 21 minutes, another drop goal by Ruane, 8-0. And then Warrington come into the game. 23rd minute, Kevin Ellis went in for a try in the corner, unconverted, 8-4. And then Mark Foster went in, 8 apiece. So that's the half-time score. Warrington 8, Oldham 8.
You right?
Yeah.
So, welcome back. Start of the second half. As Warrington playing with the wind in this half as O'Sullivan starts. Both teams down to 12 men due to Atkinson and Mercer being sin bin just before half time for 10 minutes. So Robinson brings it up straight away. But Warrington's got this strong wind in the second half, and I've got a feeling they're going to put it to good use. As Fieldhouse, 10 yards from his own line. Ruane, acting half-back, he knows nothing silly in your own 25, especially with this wind. Ford, outside to McAllister. McAllister shows the ball up, but holds on instead of giving it to Longstaff. So, Oldham again. Ford again, having a good game for Oldham. Last tackle, says Mr. Holsworth. Good kick. Well, Dave Lyon did well there. It's a Warrington player on the way. And Mark Foster comes inside but runs into Fieldhouse and Allen. So, man, Gary Chambers, who's had a good storming first half, but this time Newton, and he pinches the ball. Holsworth said it's all right, and Gary Chambers is still down. Fieldhouse. Ruane, Platt, linking up, but again, good tackle by O'Sullivan and Armin, and Gary Chambers was still down. It looks like an head injury. Switching it now, Ford misses out, Allen to McAllister, playing out wide on the centre, and forward pass. Well forward. I think the wind got hold of it, and it looks like Duffy will be coming on. It looks a bad injury to Gary Chambers. Nothing bad about it, just a two-man tackle, but Gary Chambers is still laid down, prostrate on the ground. Well, that's a sad sight, and it's Tees. Gary Tees is warming up. Stretcher job. Well, that's bad news. Something we don't like to see in rugby league. This is one of the worst sights you can see. A stretcher. Gary Chambers had a storming first half, this Cumbrian, tough Cumbrian. But, unfortunately, an armless looking two-man tackle, and he stayed down. Well, it looks like a neck. Physio seems to be paying attention to the back of Gary's neck, but they're lifting him up slowly. Well, this is a sad sight, and let's hope it's not too serious. But I don't think Gary's got a clue what day it is. But he's up on his feet. But he's very groggy, as you can see. His legs have completely gone. He looks like he's gone 10 rounds with Mike Tyson, and the great applause for him. And you've got my sympathy too, Gary Chambers. You've had a storming first half. So, Gary Chambers carried off to a warm applause, and Gary Tees, another Cumbrian, takes his place. So it's a Cumbrian for a Cumbrian, as Kevin Ellis will get the ball in. Gets it out. O'Sullivan, David Lyon linking up. But Platt's there. So Warrington now in their own 25. O'Sullivan using this wind. Robinson now, got to go back for it. And he has to take the tackle. Well, he couldn't see behind. All he could hear was the crowd. And he had a feeling someone was on his heels. And if you looked, he had 1, 2, 3, 4 Warrington players all ready to pounce. And he did the sensible thing, just touched it down over his line. In some games, I don't care to mention, you get 2 points for that. The wind holds it up again. O'Sullivan comes forward. He'll take this tackle, will he? No. Good tackle. Tommy Martin playing in the headgear. Gary Tees his first touch. Almost goes between the pair of them. 25 yards out now. The Warrington team now looking for points. Neil Harmon. Another strong run. Makes another 5-10 yards. Valuable ground. Just 15 yards now from the try line. That's where Warrington want to be. Ellis back into Tees. Again, just 10 yards. No one on the inside. It looks like there's an overlap on that far side, but Dwayne Mann's not used it. And the last tackle. Warrington had numbers out on the far side. Ellis, O'Sullivan, they're not going to use a little clever play. And Oldham get it. Another dropout. Well, at first it looked like Chrissy Rudd had possession. Well, the pressure's still on. A dropout for Oldham. I thought it looked like Chrissy Rudd had scored there. But luckily for Oldham, young Robinson held the ball, and another dropout. Wind holds it again. All on again. That's a clever play by Oldham, using the wind to effect. The wind held it up. Give the Oldham chasers chance to come forward. No. Dragged back though. Warrington making sure this is where they play this game. There's Ford. Energetic little scrum half. Works for 80 minutes. Never knows when he's beat, Mike Ford. McAllister. Oh, no way through. Well tackled. Gary T's there with O'Sullivan. Here's Ford. Long one, bad ball, and Martin has to go backwards. And he takes the tackle. Chrissy Rudd and Cullen, last tackle. Ford, good kick. No, there's Desi Drummond's first touch. Well, the crowd is hurt a leg, Desi. I think he twisted. Well, that's his first touch and he's took a bad leg knock. I think he pulled a muscle or something there. Well, John Holdsworth, that's what I like to see referees do. Stop play, make sure the players are right. After all, they're the bread and butter of rugby league. And John Holdsworth, strength, Neil Harmon, but tackling, holding out, Allen and Ruane. So, Warrington again is Gary Tees. Bustling forward, just can't unload the ball. He's tackled by Sean Allen and Ford. Ellis switching it, clever play, Dave Lyon. But good tackle by Clark. Drummond. Well, quickly recovered. That's what you call magic sponge. Or he's a good actor. There's O'Sullivan. Touches the players. All on again. 6. Try! Dwayne Mann. Regular scorer for Warrington. And John Fieldhouse not happy with it one bit. Well, John Fieldhouse, I think, reckons that he bounced that ball, but I couldn't see. All I seen was John Holdsworth point to the spot, and Dwayne Mann's given the try. Well, what a good score. At first it looked like O'Sullivan attempted drop goal. It got charged down in mid-air. The wind held the ball up. Dwayne Mann plucked it like picking apples from a tree, and he went for the line. He had Duncan Platt to beat, and Dwayne Mann took Duncan Platt with him. Come with me for a ride, he says, and 4 points. So, left Dave Lyons with an easier chance of a goal. Warrington 12-8 in front now. It's 10 minutes of the second half, and that's just the start I'm sure Brian Johnson and his team had want. So, Dave Lyon, first reasonable chance at goal now for him. Taking his time, no rush. And he puts it between, so now let's see what Oldham's made of. Warrington come back from 8-0 down. Can Oldham come back now? Let's see if they've got the guts and the courage to come back. And I've got a feeling they have. Any team coached by John Fieldhouse are not going to roll over and lie down. So, Ford now getting ready to restart. Warrington in the lead for the first time. 14-8, 10 minutes of the second half gone. And it's Desi Drummond again having a pick-up, is it? Comes forward, goes round Fieldhouse, looking for a bit of daylight. Almost through. Tackle by Newton. Well, if I was Mr. Newton, I wouldn't tangle with Desi Drummond as McGinty goes down. So, Dwayne Mann, the try scorer, Neil Harmon, prop forward. Good run, still going. Forward pass. Correct decision. Correct. Mr. Holdsworth perfectly in line, and I must agree with him. The pass was just a shade forward. Well, Paul Cullen, he'll rue that, but what a good break by Neil Harmon. He just split the Oldham defence apart, and he went on a 60-yard gain. Well, unlucky to pass just forward, but Neil Harmon, what a run. He even left 40 behind him. Again, the referee not happy with this, so once it re-scrumming, Oldham head and ball. Penalty. No, he's not happy. Wants the spin in again. He wants it to go in again. So, Ford gets it out, goes on the blind side. Bateman alert though, coming quickly from the centre. So, John Fieldhouse, he's got to set an example now, John Fieldhouse. So, Ruane, Mrs. Clark gives it to Atkinson, back on after 10 minutes in the bin. And who's the tackler? Gary Mercer. So, Ruane, switching it inside. Fieldhouse, where's he going to go? Throws out a pass. gives it to Newton, but nowhere to run. And these passes in this wind, they hold up and they give players plenty of time for interceptions. Ford and McAllister can't hold it. He knocks it on. The wind again responsible for that knock on. And it just shows you this wind, very dangerous. Long passes, they just won't go where they're supposed to go. The wind holds them up, and that split second, the opposing player can be on them like grease lightning. So the scrum goes to Warrington. Back, switching. Dave Lyon. Desi Drummond. Sensible play. He took Robinson on and just had enough to get this down again. Well, I think John Holsworth won't be happy with his performance. He's been took by him once and Dwayne Mann again. Jinking one way, but he jinked back into, is it McAllister, yeah? Ellis. Foster coming in looking for a work. So Warrington now got to get back. That was all through that wind, holding up the pass. And McGinty. A punch thrown there, and Atkinson very lucky get away with that. There's Mercer. He shoves him off. Good play. O'Sullivan. Still going. Good run by the standoff and skipper. So Warrington on the last tackle. Look for Dave Lyon's big kick here. Big one downfield. Gets it behind Robinson and it looks a cracker. No. Comes inside. Platts lets it go. So it'll be a 25 tap to Oldham. Just shows you how strong that wind is. He only put a lightly kick in and it went all of 80 yards. Desi still limping a little. Physio on. Atkinson now on dangerous ground as far as I'm concerned. Been in the sin bin once, and I'm sure if anything else occurs, he'll be dispatched straight to the bath. So Oldham now trying to come out of their own half. Ford. Clark. It's Fordy. Fordy holding it up. Good pass to Platt. Just can't get his pass out. That was good play. Set move that by Ford. So here's Clark. No numbers on the far side, and Warrington had 3 or 4. So no problem for Warrington on that score. Here's Fordy. Again, cut inside and again. Nearly did well to hold that. Atkinson. It was a dangerous one. Last tackle. Ford with his kick. Gets a kick in. This looks a good kick. What a beauty. Well, that's what you want. Good 50-yard gain. So, earlier that pass to Atkinson, he seemed to juggle it, and I'm sure if Ruddy or Bateman had got the mittens on that, it would have been good night. But fortunately for Oldham, Atkinson was in there. So, scrum down. Warrington head and ball just 10 yards from their own try line, and this is where Oldham's got to be. But Warrington get it out. Ellis does the sensible thing, takes it up himself. Nothing silly in your own 25. So, Dwayne Mann, he only knows one way to run, and that's forward. 25-yard line, Warrington in possession. Coming forward, Warrington 14, Oldham 8. So, O'Sullivan, we're getting now near the close of the third quarter of this game. Neil Harmon. This time throws a good pass. Bateman. Foster. Foster's got to go. Just can't get his pass out. Last tackle, Oldham did well there. It looked like Foster could have put the game out of the reach of Oldham. Last tackle. Chip through. And Platt has to take the tackle. Well, I think Mark Foster would have been better having that ball inside. He had Chrissy Rudd, but decided to try and beat Platt. And Platt did well to stop him, just a yard short. So, Oldham again under pressure. Warrington going to get the ball again here. You watch the same ploy. Oldham will use this wind to effect. They'll kick it open, hold it up. This time it's not gone the 10 yards, but McGinty does well. So, 10 yards out, Warrington 6 tackles. Can they get in for a decisive score? Going on the blind side, Neil Harmon. But the tackle come in. Desi Foy on the... No, Rowan. Ellis. Mercer. Lyon. Goes on his own. Back. Mercer. To Drummond. Forward pass. Well, unlucky again, Warrington. These final passes just drifting forward, and the referee again right on the spot. So Oldham get the stun down. And I think Robinson's receiving attention now. Well, I think this game should have been out of Oldham's reach now. So Oldham get it through. Ford comes on the blind side, but Kevin Ellis, learning every game, follows him round. Again, Robinson giving his forwards a break. He comes forward. Mrs. Fieldhouse, he was lucky. It didn't look like John Fieldhouse was ready for that ball. But luckily for him, he took it in his breadbasket. Ford. Mrs. Clark gives it to Martin. Not seen much of Tommy Martin. Remember, he had a famous dad, Tommy Martin, who had some great seasons down here. Atkinson. But runs into Tees and Arman. Last tackle, says John Holdsworth. Ford again. Gets it out this time, a long pass. Bateman. Back inside, Newton. But Newton's does it. He's still all on. McAllister. And detects it. Well done. Chrissy Rudd. Well, Oldham, that was like basketball. Went through about 12 pair of hands. Dwayne Mann. Offside there, but the referee let it go. Ford telling him, get up, come on. Gary Mercer runs into Martin, but Clark and Fieldhouse there. Bit of a knee in the tackle. Right underneath us now was Neil Arman. Ruane got the way to tackle. They can't go without the legs, the old adage. No good tackling blokes round the shoulders. Good clever kick. That's a dangerous kick, but I've got a feeling the wind might just carry it, and it only just does. So Oldham will get a 25 tap. But that's the game. Just keep Oldham pinned back there. Fieldhouse. Looking for room. Goes over on the far side. Good run by the coach. But good tackle. Foster in there with Cullen. There's Longstaff. No, it's Foy. Not seen much of these two Oldham centres. Sean Allen having a good game since he come on. Gets a pass out the back door. Still going. Well, lucky. Oldham really playing with fire here. I mean, I can understand it. We're in the last 5 minutes. There's 20 minutes to go. And I think they're playing with fire. McAllister. Outside a good pass. Atkinson operating as a centre. He's brought down on the halfway line, but still Oldham. Buzzing now. Ford. Clark. Clark's got Matt Platt. Mrs. Platt. Martin. And Chrissy Rudd. That's what I'm saying. These passes, they're very dangerous. And Mercer takes it up. Goes forward. Again, though. Good tackle, Ruane. This lad knows where to tackle round the legs. McGinty, he goes forward again, Ruane round the legs. That's where you should tackle. Kurt Sorensen, take a note out of Andy Ruane's book. Gary Tees, still going. Midway between the halfway line and the Oldham 25, and it's Warrington now looking for a decisive score. Ooh, Brett Clark, he knew if he'd have held on to that, it could have been curtains, but the pass was knocked down, so Warrington will get head and ball. Duffy, the mad dog, he's having a drink and he's getting ready. Looks like he's coming on. Number 15 for Warrington, Don Duffy. So, Ellis gets it in, gets it out. Good play. O'Sullivan, Lyon linking up. Again a bad play. Foster goes round Longstaff. Surely. Still going. Oh. Cullen. Hey. Got to go in, and Oldham come up with it. Well, this ball is really being threw around. It's like an hot potato. Both teams now taking it on. Fieldhouse, he knows he's not going to throw a daft pass, and he's well tackled. Mercer. So end-to-end stuff here now. Newton having a good strong running game since he's come on. Ruane, along the line again. Ford's got Atkinson. Atkinson, though, he was given the ball too soon. They're what you call hospital passes. Ford, McAllister, dummies, gives it back. It's chance, but luckily for Oldham, Longstaff, the ball went into touch. Mark Foster was sniffing there again. Well, we've had 4 tries in this game so far. 3 for Warrington, 1 for Oldham. But by gum, we could have had about 6 more. Penalty to Oldham. Well, that's a bad penalty to give on the halfway line. The referee indicating what he's give it for. And the penalty goes Oldham's way. Can't kick for goal, but Atkinson will go for touch and put Oldham on the attack. Puts a good touch finder. 30 yards out now, Oldham. Fans getting behind him. So, Atkinson, well tackled on this occasion though. So, Ruane is Fieldhouse. Watch for these little slip passes now from Oldham. They'll have a set move on. They'll use another forward drive and then it'll be on. Here's Sean Allen. Just can't get it out. He had Keith Newton at one side. Cullen. So Oldham now. Ford. Jinkin. This is where Oldham are dangerous. 5 yards from the line. This is how they scored their other try through round. Ford. This time he's held up. Warrington's got the ball. Last tackle. Ford's telling him it's a Warrington hand, and I agree with him. And Ellis does well. Well, clever little chip by Clark. And Kevin Ellis held on to that. Still forward. This side of the line, says the referee, and Oldham all offside. Dwayne Mann. Good run by Dwayne Mann. Well, I guess he's going to get man of the match. He's got my man of the match anyway. And I'm sure if the bloke in the stand who's giving it's got any knowledge, Dwayne Mann will be the man. Again though, Warrington getting away from the line. Oldham applying all kinds of pressure there. Lyon, that's the one, downfield, but Duncan Platt's there. Gets a favourable bounce, but you don't let it bounce that many times. Robinson, he'll take it on his own and he takes the tackle. O'Sullivan up quickly along with Rudd. Platt using his man, he was lucky to get away with that, running round him, but the referee let it go. Fieldhouse now acting half-back. Going on his own, looking for a pass inside to Martin, but did well Rudd. Spotted it straight away. Clark, here's Ford. Ford, good play, and again. And Warrington get it again. Bad passes. You can't do this with this wind. And Warrington again, lucky to get an escape. There's Dwayne Mann again, going forward. John Fieldhouse round his neck, brings him down. Atkinson looking weary. Now as Mercer straightens up, but good tackle by Brett Clark. Stood his ground, but he took a knock. So again, Warrington. Numbers. O'Sullivan. Dummid. All on, but they got away with it. I'd have thought it was obstruction. The referee thought different. McGinty. Bateman goes in. I'm sure that's first division football for Warrington. Just what we needed. I'm sure that's the decisive score. We've only got to make it about 12-13 minutes, and it looks like Oldham will be playing in the second division next season. Well, Alan Bateman, McGinty made the run, made it in, threw out a long pass, and there was Bateman to go over, about 2 yards in from the corner. Well, the old Oldham bench now over on the field. You've got Quicksilver messenger service here, 4 of them all off the bench. Gatorade being distributed. I don't think that's going to help now, lads. That won't keep you in the first division, but I'm sure this football they've been playing, they've been letting that ball do the work. But like I say, this wind, it holds up the ball, and Warrington have been lucky. The bounces have gone their way. They've fed on them, and all that was from an Oldham mistake. Ford, he made a brilliant midfield break. Got to the Warrington 25, threw out a long hopeful pass. Bounced Warrington's way. McGinty went downfield, and there was Bateman to go over on a post in the corner. Dave Lyon now 2 yards in from the far touchline. difficult kick, but Warrington's got a 10-point lead and Oldham's got to score twice. So Dave Lyon trying to convert Bateman's try. The referee will stop the clock. The wind gets hold of the his ball upright. Will this one stay up? Will it go between the sticks? Let's wait and see. So Dave Lyon taking his time, trying to catch the wind in his favour. Looks like the wind's took it. No, again, that's the second time he's hit an upright. Well, so 10 points in it now, as Warrington's got 18, Oldham 8. So Oldham now restart, got a lot on now. And they've got the ball. Well, that was good play. And here's Fordy. Ford inside to Fieldhouse. Two players who don't deserve to be on a losing side. And that's the Oldham coach and the Oldham captain. Both had cracking games. Sean Allen, sub. Can't pass it though there to the Wayne. He was in a forward position and wisely held on. McAllister going out wide. He's got... and a bad ball again to Ford, and Warrington pick it up through Paul Cullen. Gary Tees, he'll only go forward. McAllister and Ford bring him down on the 25. So Warrington just coming out of their own half. And he's tackled on the 25. Warrington looking for this big kick in a minute, save the forwards the work. Gary Mercer runs into the toughest teach on Fieldhouse though, and Atkinson. Another kick, that's what you need. And that is a punishing kick. That saved your forwards a good 50, 60 yards. And Oldham's got a back pedal. They won't like that, but that was a magnificent kick. So both teams making substitutes now. Gary Mercer going off, Don Duffy coming on, Atkinson going off, Paul Round coming back on. So two tactical changes here. I'm sure Paul Round has been missed in this Oldham pack this afternoon. He had an eye injury earlier in the first half, but he looks okay now as he replaces Atkinson. And John Duffy, Mad Dog, he takes over from Gary Mercer. So 11 minutes, Clark inside, good play. But the lad, Ford, stays in play, does excellently well. Fieldhouse trying to straighten up and does. Still going, but again a bad pass. And again, first knock on. I think Des Foy was, no, it was Sean Allen. But John Fieldhouse, I think, would have been better dying with the ball and regrouping. Threw out an hopeless pass. And Warrington now get the head and ball again. I've got a feeling Warrington will go in again here. Is this one against the head? No. Ellis. Sullivan going on his own this time, but McAllister, good play by McAllister, and Allen hold him up. So Warrington, 30 yards out, 10 minutes to go. I think we'll go in again here. McGinty again going forward, shoves off. Is it Newton he shoves off? Oldham trying to get this ball. Gary Tees, done nothing wrong since he come on. Still all on, Dwayne Mann, Foster, but Longstaff and Platt do the job. But Foster stays in play. Does well there, he had 3 Oldham players hanging on him, but he stayed in the field of play. Ellis, switching it to McGinty. Just short, just 3 yards out now. I've got to, this is it. This is going to be another score coming up. I've looked in my crystal ball. O'Sullivan, Bateman, and another forward. Well, Mr. John Holdsworth, he won't be the most popular man with the Warrington fans. That's 3 tries his giveaway for Warrington through passes. And I must be honest with him, I think everyone's been the right decision. So, spot on John Holdsworth. So, Ford gets it in, gets it out, goes on his own. Looks to feed it, but holds on as he's tackled by O'Sullivan. Last 10 minutes now. Everything knock on again. Well, that's eagerness. That's Mike Ford, not very happy, but that's what happens when you get 10 points behind and you're chasing a game. You get frustrated, you get overworked, and the mistakes come. And Warrington, they're in a much happier position. They've got a 10-point nil, they can relax. As Cullen picks it up, offside. Well, all round, he's just back on the field. Offside, said the referee, and there'll be another 2 points to Warrington. And not only that, it'll knock a couple of more minutes off the clock. Warrington is going for the try line. Well, that's courageous. Very good play that by Warrington. Attacking play. They could have been safe with 2 points, but they want another try. Last home game of the season. Let the fans see another try. O'Sullivan. Just short. Inches short. Well, O'Sullivan thought he was in for a try against his old club. Dwayne Mann. Oldham now watching this. Ellis, but again, good play by Oldham. They're up fast. They're giving Warrington no room as Ruane in there quickly. O'Sullivan takes the tackle again. Paul round. Well, I think a little kick through against this type of defence is the best form, especially with this wind. McGinty, Rudd, just can't get his pass out though. And Oldham still defending well. Dwayne Mann back inside to Tees. Still going, but 3-man Oldham tackle, bring him down. Still 5 yards short. Watch for a drop goal here, will we? Lyon, charge down. All on again. 6 again. Well, Warrington's got 6 again. Charge down, and Kevin Ellis was the man there. Neil Harmon, just 2 yards out now. Warrington now. Another Oldham player looks hurt there as Dwayne Mann drags him out of the way like a rag doll. Cullen, good tackle. Mike Ford, good tackle on Cullen then when it looked like he was through. Numbers on the far side, going the wrong way, using the wrong options. Oldham looking a bit weary now as McAllister's receiving attention, but he says, I'm all right. Dwayne Mann, offside. Penalty. Yeah, Dwayne Mann's drop goal attempt hit David Lyon in an offside position. So Oldham get it. John Fieldhouse, good tackle by Gary Tees. Well, Oldham's got to take risks now. They know. Ford, Clark. Clark's got Platt. Platt stays hold of it though, don't give it to Platt. McAllister operating wide now. Ford again, looking to get the ball out. Clark, but Clark runs into Duffy. And Mann and Tees. Well, they've just got to throw this ball about. You're chasing a game. Ford looking to set. Good pass. Platt. The chase. But too many Warrington shirts there. And Dave Lyon goes down for it. Almost a mix-up there between Dave Lyon and Desi. And Desi Drummond. He takes the tackle though. Robinson and Martin tackles. So, 10 yards in the Warrington half. Minutes ticking away. Oldham want the ball as McGinty shoves off Martin, but can't shove off Newton. 2 witness lads, Newton and McGinty. Well, Drummond, Dwayne Mann runs into Fieldhouse. Again, last tackle, well, I think he's lost his count there, Mr. Holsworth. I think we'll have to get him some counting beads. We've only just received the ball. So, up it goes in the air. Platt, he makes the right monkey of it. I think the sun got in his eyes. And luckily for him, no Warrington player were near. Mad Dog Duffy in on the tackle. Ford out to Platt. He's had a good game, Platt linking up. But I'm afraid, as the longer this game goes on, the longer it's going to be. And he's round, operating on the far side now as a winger. And what a big winger he is. So, Oldham, Ford still getting his players together. Here he is again, look at this lad. Clark, McAllister. McAllister throws it Martin. Martin's got no one to pass to on his outside though. He was all alone and he had O'Sullivan and Drummond in front of him. Ford, outside. Here's Foy. And again, the pass, locked down. Duncan Platt and Warrington are grateful to pick it up. O'Sullivan. I make it now. We've got less than 5 minutes to go now. And I'm sorry to say, Oldham in the 2nd division. I mean, by rightly, I shouldn't be saying this, but I'd have preferred it being Old KR. I'd rather go Oldham than Old KR any day of the week. But but as it is, it's Oldham. Gary Tees just can't get his final pass out as John Fieldhouse clings on, and along with Allen. Warrington looking for another score to satisfy the fans. Here's Ellis, but good play by Longstaff. Not done much wrong, Longstaff. Had a pretty good game. Remember, this lad's not match fit. On the blind side this time. So Oldham still looking for it. Sean Allen away, no way through. I'm sure Oldham must know now there's just no way back in this game. They've got a big gale facing them. They've got 80 yards downfield to run, and they've got 13 primrose and blue shirts in front of them. And that's what makes it. Clark, Ford misses out, goes it still going, he had round with him, looking for a run here, gets it out. Good play to Newton, but again, good tackle. O'Sullivan, here's Ford again. Jinkin gets a pass out, round, inside to Platt. Platt's through, gets a pass again, and picked up. Oh, bad mistake. McAllister. Good tackle by Kevin Ellis. Well, McAllister had a clear run in, but he also had Kevin Ellis. Clark, it looked like he was going to bounce in then. He bounced off 4 Warrington players and bounced this side of the line. Ford can't hold it, backwards. He's in. Desfoy goes in. Oh, I'm afraid it'll be too little, too soon, too late. As Foy goes over. So, I make it. We've got maybe 2 minutes to go. It's Desfoy. Oldham, what they doing? Well, I don't think he should be stopping the clock. That is ridiculous. If he's going to be doing this, he's got to do it after every try scored, not just when there's few minutes left. And I don't agree with John Holsworth for doing that. Warrington were doing no worse than what they normally do, and I think Mr. Holsworth was out of order doing that. As Sullivan, long one. So what can Oldham do now? Just 4 points in it. So Oldham now, they're back in, they know they've got a minute. It's Oldham 14, Warrington 18, Clark buried. Good tackle by Duffy. So Warrington now, they've got to do these 6 tackles. Ford running round, another long pass, but Martin got no way to room. Fieldhouse, McAllister with him, but there's no way he's getting rid, and it looks like the last tackle. Well, last tackle, all on here. McAllister throws one out the back door. Ruane, Newton, chances. Knock on. Well, knock on. Bad pass, but Fordy knows. If that had come off, it's Warrington's ball. Yeah, it was on the 6th tackle, so Warrington will get it. And they know they've just got 6 tackles. Dwayne Mann, he knows, he goes forward. He's tackled. Ruane had a good game. Both number 9s had good games. Here's Mad Dog Duffy takes a tackle by Newton on the 25. Warrington now, they know. And Mann again. Sensible play by Dwayne Mann, holding up. Remember, every tackle knocks off seconds. Harmon again tackled. Newton in with the knees there on Harmon, and I think Neil Harmon felt him too, but referee didn't see it. O'Sullivan, here's the chances. Inside to Rudd, opens up for Rudd. Last tackle, wait for a drop goal, I should imagine here now. Got to score. And Bateman goes in. They had the numbers on the far side. There was nothing Oldham could do. And McGinty threatens Platt hit him with an elbow after he got rid of the ball. Well, Duffy's not happy with that. Well, Duffy went over to Platt and I thought he was going to chin him. He reckons he put an elbow in Billy McGinty's face. I can't say I didn't see it, but Don Duffy was right there, and the Mad Dog had to be restrained. So Bateman goes in for his second try. Right on 40 minutes, I make it, and that's the game now. What a game we've had. Both teams, both willing to take chances. This ball's been going back and two, and gratefully McGinty's up, but he's got a sore jaw. So, Dave Lyon again with a difficult kick, and again John Olsworth stops the clock. Well, I can agree with goal kicking, but one thing I must say about Mr. Olsworth, I did not like him stopping the clock after Oldham scored. Warrington were no slower than normal, bringing the ball back to the halfway line, and he had no right to stop that clock. If that's the way he wants to play, then he should stop the clock after every try's been scored, not just on the last one. And I'm afraid he's had a good game apart from that, but I must disagree with you on that, Mr. Olsworth. As Dave Lyon trying to convert Alan Bateman's second try. Another difficult kick, just a yard in from the touchline. This time it goes in. No, it's waved away to Warrington, 22, Oldham 14, as we're into injury time now. Dwayne Mann. Well, Kevin Ellis, well, I don't know. I just said Dwayne Mann myself, but it doesn't matter. They share it out. Neil Harmon being replaced by Gary Mercer, just having a break. The game's won now. I make it with a minute into injury time now. And Warrington again, 8-point lead. So, Warrington 22, Oldham 14. McAllister gets us underway again. And McGinty, but he didn't stop the clock on this occasion. McGinty takes the tackle. Well, I make it now. Here's Dwayne Mann, Mercer, Warrington now. Oldham wondering what they've got to do, but I'm said second division. I'll take that back. If Wakefield get beat today and they can beat Oldham next week and Rochdale can beat Wakefield, then they've still got a slim chance of staying up, but it is only slim. And I've just been told Wakefield's winning 32-7, so I'll take back what I said, and I'm sorry, Oldham. So Dwayne Mann kicks, clever kick, puts play back deep in the Oldham half. This time Platt stops it going in touch, and it's all on. Platt coming down this near touch line, but again, Warrington numbers there. Pinch the ball. Gary tees, so here's the hooter. And there's the final score. Warrington 22, Oldham 14, and the try scorers in the second half. After 10 minutes, remember half-time was 8 each. In the second half, it was 8 apiece, and then 10 minutes into the second half, Dwayne Mann went over from a charge-down kick. David Lyon kicked his first goal of the afternoon, and that was 14-8. And then it stayed that way until the 26th minute, when Billy McGinty made a good break, threw out a pass, and there was Bateman to go in the corner. That made it 18-8. No goal from Dave Lyon on this occasion. And then Oldham rallied. They come storming back. They threw the ball about. It went everywhere. And they were greatly rewarded when Des Foy went under the sticks. Converted by Platt. 18-14. 2 minutes to go. But Warrington had the final say when Alan Bateman went in for his second try. The same place he scored his first. And that made the final score. Warrington 22. Oldham 14, and it's first division again next year. And House of Pain giving the players a good send-off. Last game of the season at home, remember. St Helens away next week. But the House of Pain and the players going over, they know the support down here is a 6-point start. And the players deservedly give the supporters an hand. So, this is Alan Ellison. We'll be seeing you in the first division next season, saying, till next season, all the best from Warrington as Warrington win 22-14.